Okay.
What's good, y'all? Shout out to the notification game, hitting the like button. And if it don't even start yet, y'all the realest ones in it. I appreciate you anyway. Y'all know how I like to do, man. Let's have a moment of silence for Miss Sayra Barros. I'm butchering her name. I'm so sorry. Let's have a moment of silence for this young 8-year-old girl who was unfortunately stolen, had her life stolen from her. At only 8 years old, man. So sad. Let's have a moment of silence, please. Yeah, man. You know, it's just it's there are demons among us, y'all. Y'all need to understand that, and these types of situations is so goddamn sad, and it's happening over and over and over and over and over again, man. You know, let's get into it, man. This 8-year-old girl was deleted by her stepmother. Her dad's I guess wife, I'm assuming. But let's get into it, y'all.
A girl allegedly beaten to death with a wooden rolling pin. Police have charged the girl's father and stepmother with murder.
But the Fox 5 I-team has learned the state's child protection agency found some of the blame lies within its own ranks. I-team reporter Johnny Edwards obtained the case file and discovered the agency received a complaint about this family months before the killing. Johnny?
That's right, and the case files show apparently not enough was done. The records we received from the Division of Family and Children's Services have been heavily redacted, with dozens of pages entirely blacked out. But what we did learn, DFACS fired 2 of its workers, a case manager and her supervisor, as a result of Sayra Barros' death.
So basically, Child Protective Services or whatever caught a wind of what was going on, and they failed to do anything about it. So they lost their jobs. I would even go so far as to say I would charge them with, I don't even know, neglect, child neglect. I don't even know what to charge them with, but I'm pretty sure the judge can think of something. If you don't want to do your job, then do not sign up to be in that goddamn field. Because I'm almost certain this wasn't this woman's her crazy ass. This wasn't her first time assaulting this little child. She was beaten to death with a wooden rolling pin. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, a rolling pin, is that the thing that they use like the like y'all know, like when they like kneading flour and stuff like that, like when they roll out the flour to flatten it, is that them things is hard and heavy. What possessed you to grab that? First of all, to hit a child, number one, but to grab that, and you, what did an 8-year-old do so bad that made you want to pick that up? That's what I want to ask.
You have 4 felony charges.
A Gwinnett County couple charged with killing their own child. Arrest warrants accuse 34-year-old Natiela Barros of beating her stepdaughter to death with a wooden rolling pin, striking her 10 to 20 times. The girl's father, 37-year-old Cladir Barros, accused of knowing his daughter was being abused, but leaving her alone with his wife anyway. Then, failing to get the girl medical help before she died January 30th. But the Fox 5 I-team has learned State Child Protection Services had also been told of something terrible happening to 8-year-old Sayra Barros, pictured here with her funeral announcement. And that complaint, handled so poorly, 2 state social workers have been shown the door.
The real question is, was this child's death preventable? And of course, in hindsight, it looks like this death was preventable.
The I-team obtained the case records from the State Division of Family and Children's Services. It turns out the agency had been warned 2.5 months before the killing of Sayra's stepmother allegedly harming her, saying she, quote, loses her cool and disciplines the child inappropriately, causing bruising. The heavily redacted documents don't say who made the allegation, but the tipster apparently troubled after hearing the father say that Sayra, quote, had 2 personalities and was causing a problem within his marriage, due to the child being born out of wedlock, adding, quote, he referred to Sayra as a demon. Former DFACS director Tom Rawlings says that should have triggered major scrutiny.
There have been children who have been beaten to death both in the United States and the UK and certainly in Africa because the family thought they were possessed. I think it's the kind of thing where we have to ask, do our case managers really understand the significant import, the significant danger when a parent or a step-parent says that child is a demon?
What's clear from the records, DFACS found major fault with how that earlier report on the family was handled. That prompted an internal review, which found a pattern of sloppy work by a case manager and her supervisor, ending with both of them fired. State Representative Mary Margaret Oliver, a longtime child protection advocate, reviewed the DFACS records.
I think the investigation and the review seems to be leading towards a conclusion that the case should not have been closed that soon.
Closed after 38 days. The DFACS records also revealing, after that fatal beating, the stepmother called her husband when the girl started to turn white. The father, quote, instructed her to pray, and everything would be okay. Adding, Natiela then called 2 priests from Nigeria before calling for emergency help.
I am glad to see that in this situation, after this child died, they went back and did a more thorough review of what was apparently a fairly new case manager's work.
An internal review looked for other cases closed prematurely, finding 3 that needed reopening, and, quote, safety concerns surrounding not speaking to parents to assess them, copying and pasting in the investigation summaries, and not fully assessing the caregivers. Caseworker Shatil Wingard and her supervisor, Alexandria Armand, fired on February 15th. Wingard had been on the job just 6 months.
I think that turnover rate and vacancy rates are very, very problematical. We need consistent caseworkers who are well trained, who stay with a child.
We reached out to the fired employees as well as.
Let me say something. There's so much going on right now. And I'm glad that they locked the father up too. I'm glad. You knew that your daughter was being assaulted by your damn wife. And you chose to still, first of all, you chose to stay with her, number one. But then you also decided to keep leaving your child unattended with this wife. Oh, she got 2 personalities. Oh, she refers to my daughter as a demon because she was born out of wedlock. Why would you want to, first of all, stay in a relationship with something or someone like that? What did they just say, y'all? This woman didn't even call an ambulance after beating her with a damn wooden pin, rolling pin. Her body starts changing colors. She decides to call the husband and call a priest. I'm sorry, call the husband. And then the husband said, we got to say a prayer. And then call a priest. What? Throw both y'all under the damn jail, man. No, we ain't doing with that. Not everybody deserves to have kids. Where's the mother? Where's the biological mother? Is the biological mother still alive or still around? I feel so sorry for this little girl, man. Oh my God. I feel so sorry. So sorry for this little girl. This is crazy. And the fact that these people got word months in advance before this damn child got her life stolen from her. I'm glad, excuse me, y'all. I'm glad that the workers got fired also too. I think they need to be charged with something. I think they should be charged with, I don't know what, but they definitely need to be charged with something. This is it, man.
Attorneys for the defendants, but found no one willing to speak about the case. DFACS would only answer questions in writing, saying after that November complaint, the case manager interviewed family members and spoke to a family reference before deciding there was no evidence of abuse or neglect. And her supervisor signed off on closing the case. Both parents remain in the Gwinnett County Jail without bond. The father has a bond hearing scheduled next week.
Yeah.
Russ Courtney?
I don't know whether there was a demon involved in this, but it certainly was not Sayra. Now, When it comes to that earlier complaint, was there anything in police records or school records that showed who was concerned about this family?
Unfortunately, no. Gwinnett County would not provide any police records or 911 records. They said they don't have to because of the pending prosecutions. Gwinnett County schools also would not provide any information, citing student privacy.
Well, at any rate, that little girl should still be here today. It's just tragic.
It absolutely is.
That's so sad, man. R.I.P. to that little girl. She couldn't get help from anybody, not from Child Protective Services, not from her father, not from the goddamn, not from the school. This little girl couldn't get help from nobody. Earlier in this video, I asked, I said, what did this girl do that was so bad it made you want to damn assault her like that? Now it's not even about that. It's just about the fact that this woman was crazy, and what the man was crazy, and the woman was crazier, apparently. A woman, your wife is on the phone with you telling you that she just beat your daughter, and now she's not moving, and her body is changing colors, and the first thing that comes out your mouth is, we have to say a prayer for her? But then y'all look at me when I say, hey, yo, listen, as far as religion goes, I don't associate myself with no religion, because some of the most evil people I've met were people of specific religions in high ranks, deacons and pastors and all those other things. I was Christian over 20 years before I said, I'm out. I can't deal with this no more. I couldn't deal with this no more. I watched as my pastor, and I went to multiple Christian churches throughout the Tri-County, so don't even try that. I watched as my pastors, plural, pulled up in a completely customized Rolls Royce, Bentleys, all these expensive ass crazy cars. I told y'all the first time I saw a Maybach or Maybach, however you pronounce the damn name, it was my pastor driving it. It was my pastor driving it. Mind you, this man had a pretty decent sized congregation of people walking and catching the public transportation to and from church. But you over here spending $500,000-$600,000 on a goddamn car. Why not buy multiple church vans so you can send them out to go pick people up at a specific location, at one location? Wouldn't that have been better? I walked away from, religion in general, but I walked away from Christianity because there were so many inconsistencies and things that I was seeing that I did not want to associate myself with. Some of the nastiest, the most deceitful, lying people is involved in these types of damn religions. I'm not going to say specific names. I'm saying me, I grew up Christian. I don't know what their religion is. I'm assuming probably Christian too. But that's the reason why I don't associate myself with any of that. You didn't have enough common sense. He's 37. You didn't have enough common sense as a grown-ass 37-year-old man to say to yourself, no, I need to separate myself and my daughter from this situation. This woman is crazy. Calling my child a demon. Oh, she got two personalities. She's two people. She's bipolar. Okay, yeah, let me leave my 8-year-old daughter unattended with her for 8 hours, 10 hours every single day. R.I.P. to Miss Sayra Barros, young lady. I hope that your soul is at peace, knowing that, first of all, the person that deleted you is not going to be able to see the light of day. The father is probably going to do around the same time, if not half of the since he's not the official one that gave her the blows. But I hope that you are at peace or find peace, Miss Sayra. Rest in peace to you. I want y'all to comment down below. Let me know what y'all thought about this video, man. Thanks for watching. Please, 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 if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, man. Also, too, hit that bell symbol beside. Anytime you upload, notification will pop up and alert you. Also, too, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that share. I love forward to reading all your comments, if any. So, until next time, please, man, be safe, Erica.